what I wanted to do.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Paul. How are you? Sorry, I didn't say hello before.
Good.
Good. I found a new tank for farmers. I can test. See if this
A
is
new
working.
tank?
Yeah. Is this working? Hang on. Start the
Oh,
video.
have they updated Zoom again?
I don't know.
The fucking hell is that? Hang on, let me just embigger you.
Rising over the
right, I
battlefield
see.
is a new
It
type of
hops along
tank.
and- oh dear,
It's so
yeah.
unique that even the word tank might no longer apply.
It's an actual patent for this tank.
Why haven't they made it like that already, eh? I wonder.
There's a pattern. This guy made something.
And when does that date from?
I don't know. Pre-World War II, obviously.
Wow, that's yeah, that's different.
The guy had done one other patent, which was for a wraparound pen that wraps around your wrist. And then his second patent,
right,
The wrist, which actually would be pretty useful.
and then his second patent is the tank.
a pogoing tank.
Yes, his idea is that because it would have equal armor all the way around it, and wouldn't have the trouble with tracks because it'd be able to jump over stuff.
So the first time it hit soft ground, what happened?
Well, yeah, the fun thing would be being inside it as you're jumping along. Yes, well.
I mean, 10 out of 10 for creative thinking, but minus several hundred for practicality. I mean,
Yes, reality.
oh dear, yeah. There's a reason we don't put tanks like that.
Anyway,
I saw your perfect armchair though this morning, farmers, on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Yes, reclining armchair in the guise of a tank.
Oh, I like it.
so
I bet it's expensive though.
I want to know where the turret goes when you sit down.
Yeah.
That would be the question.
Oh dear.
Or does it look look phallic? Yeah.
That's all a bit silly, really, isn't it?
Tis a bit, but anyway, that's what you find on the internet. Silly stuff.
Everybody flirted with multi-turret tanks back in the 30s, and it was just. There's a reason we don't do that as well.
See, I blame you.
Yeah.
I blame you because how else do I get tanks in my YouTube feed?
The only tanks I get in my YouTube feed are the channels I'm subscribed to.
Yeah, well,
but there's a few of them.
Yeah.
I always seem to get these, as I've told you before, I seem to get some of these videos from really, please buy my intercontinental ballistic missile. It's like, why do I get video about that?
Well, several of the channels I follow, there's a competition running at the moment. You could win yourself a genuine World War II Jeep. I'd love that, but where am I going to put it? I'm not even going to bother entering because Sod's Law says I'll win it, and it's like, you've won this Jeep. Oh yeah, great, thanks. Where am I going to put it?
That's your
My
new work.
drive's only big enough for my car.
Yeah, well, that's your new work vehicle, isn't it?
What, a Jeep? Something.
Yes, might not have
No,
much.
yeah.
Yes, thanks, Tara.
Hey, you want to see something really funny, Timbo?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Give me permission to share then, right?
I gave you permission for, then I had to close Zoom down. Hang on a sec. Try now. There you go.
Hey, this is the right.
I don't know. Is it?
I'm just thinking about the right. Which one's the right screen? That one. That's screen and share. Can you
Oh,
see?
right. Oh, someone's beaten you. Oh dear.
yeah. I was on about 10,000. I was on about 10,000, right?
Mm.
I thought, oh, well, I was about 6,000 or 7,000 in front of everyone else. And then I thought, oh, that'll be okay. I'll just leave it there. And I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning, and some bastard had gone, and he was 20,000. And he was 20,000. So I caught up and went through to about 25,000. And then I come in this afternoon, and this guy's on fucking 36,000.
Oh dear. You've got a couple of days.
There's a
to catch him.
bit of a war going on. Yeah.
Do you think? Do you think maybe he knows the same trick you do?
Yeah, probably. I might have to concede to second day, because come Monday, I'm probably going to fall behind, because he's probably going to overtake me again, even though I do get in front.
Well, but the trick is just to leave it that way up until Monday morning, and then hit it, then catch up before he has a chance to snipe you again.
Yeah, but I have to work Monday morning.
Oh, ducks can look after themselves for a few hours, can't they?
We're getting new Harvard students on Monday, so no.
Oh well, I suppose he might have to concede.
Well, I think I probably will. I'll try though.
Do you know that? I hate to tell you, but I think somehow you'll still stay in the Einstein League. I don't think that will drop down.
Yeah.
I found a Quora post was, what is brilliant.org and why are people cheating on it? So yes, so there you go. Well,
I'm not cheating. I'm actually doing the lessons.
not doing the lessons, you're just doing them over and over.
Doing them again and again and again. That's all.
Paul now knows how to do the simple maths questions really, really well.
Well, I am actually doing the other lessons.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'm almost run out of lessons to do, actually.
Yeah. Dear. Oh, how to get a fully free access Brilliant account? Oh, I wonder. I really need to look into that, don't I? Yeah.
I tell you what is really funny. The US Census Bureau is absolutely desperate for me to fill in their online form.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Why?
Because my comments really count for the census, apparently.
Apparently.
What, the US census?
Yes, the US census.
But you
Yeah.
are 110% un-American.
I know.
You're as American as I am.
I'm definitely not stupid enough to open the bloody email,
Yeah, good.
to read it, let alone respond to anything.
Yeah, delete that one.
Yeah, most of them go straight to my spam folder. Every now and then they'll make, but even I always check my spam folder, because every now and then there's an email you actually wanted to see. But you read some of these and you think, who in the right mind would fucking click on that in the first place? You know, especially when you look at who they're claiming to be and the email addresses come from. It's like, no, so, yeah. Could I just click on this invoice, this attachment? Let me think about that for a nanosecond. No.
Yeah.
Quite ridiculous. What we got? Oh, we got two in that one. Oh, there you go. Validate and refresh your USPS account. Immediate action required. Yeah, you've gone straight to my junk email, mate. Sorry.
Have you
Please click on this link.
Have you had? We know you've been naughty on the internet once.
I've had that several times. So I'm in control of your computer. I can see everything you do. So you know you've gone straight to my junk mail box then.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the other one? I've had a direct message from Sarah on OnlyFans. Ooh.
Oh, I haven't had that one.
Not clicking on that one either.
No, don't blame you. What do we? You must start off with something. I just happen to have this one queued up, but so let's start with here. So this is Wally talking about Flatoid. So you can tell me if you can hear it, and I can use it test video.
Whatever happens there in an art.
No, can't hear it.
Oh, that's loud.
I mean, I have heard it because I watched it earlier this morning, but no, we can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Blasting through here at the moment. Why can't you hear?
Oh, they can hear, but we can't.
Why can't you hear it?
Well, you don't know.
Hang on. You should be able to hear it. Yeah, let me try again.
Okay, sun or no sun, 2 suns, 3 suns, 1 sun, whatever.
I bet you are hoping whatever happens in Antarctica stays in Antarctica, aren't you, Flatfoot?
Can't hear that. Am I getting a buzz?
You can hear the buzz, but not the not
Yeah.
Flatoid being a twat.
Yeah. What's buzzing? Sorry, I'm trying to work out what's going. It's Zoom, according to my system. Oh, that's fun. Hang on
Come
a
on,
sec.
Terry, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Sorry.
dear.
But I haven't done anything. I was working. just push play on a video. Oh, man. No, that.
Well, whilst you do that, I'm going to go and make myself a hot honey and lemon and empty the washing machine.
You don't have any urges to proclaim that.
No, I don't. Oh, dear. Ah. Come on. Work. Oh, does it? I think, Paul, next week you can run the chat. Yes, I was having trouble with my internet earlier. I was trying to work out where the hell that's coming from. Can you still hear the buzz? Because you shouldn't be able to. Okay. How's it? It's coming from Zoom. But no, I can't work out what is. G'day, Blue, by the way. I do hear you, but I got a buzz. I can't work out where the buzz is coming from. My system tells me it's coming from Zoom, but that doesn't make any sense. If yes, but it's not you that making the sound. That's annoying. Hang on a sec. Let me try something.
Good. G'day, everybody. Where's Wally here?
No, it's not that. Oh dear. Okay. I don't know if I can hear you, but can you hear me? No, you can hear me, but you can't hear. I can't hear you now. I think I know what the problem is. Is that any better? Can I hear you now? No, I can't hear Alan. Yeah. I can hear you. It's just, yeah, I'm switching. Yeah. I can hear you at the moment. I can hear you at the moment. Sorry, Blue, go for it. Hello, can you hear me now? And you can't hear Buzz? Okay. No. I've gone to Old Tech to try and sort things out. I can hear you at the moment, yes. So I've plugged in some old-fashioned speakers, old-fashioned headphones. I think my computer's Bluetooth playing up and producing that buzzy sound. Sorry about that. Try again. Ooh, Sorry, people out there. I should have put something for you to look at while I was doing nothing. What's worse than having nothing to listen to and nothing to look at? Yeah. So I don't hear you as well, but I can hear you, which is better than before. Ooh. Okay. Let's see how we go. Okay, trying again. Sorry about that. We are. Oh, I can barely hear you. How much fun's that? Oh.
Response, and somebody said, "Oh, do you think so?" And somebody managed to track down copies of the newspapers. I mean, this was way back in his early days. I mean, I think he was barely out of being a teenager, and that was the only copy of what he'd written, what has been printed in newspapers. Somebody had kept a copy. So
I
stuff
can't
like
remember.
that.
Did he ever write any Doctor Who?
Don't think so.
Because I know Douglas. I know Douglas Adams didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think Pratchett did.
Oh, Dora, really?
Fuck you.
Complaints.
Well, if you want to talk about bloody tags, honestly, you can't win, can you?
So I take it you can still hear that buzz.
No, I've
Yeah.
never been out here a buzz.
Oh, okay.
I can hear a background,
Background
statically
thing.
sort of. Yeah.
I think I'm trying.
It-
Oh, well,
It must be being masked by my tinnitus or something then.
Yeah, I can't actually hear my tinnitus at the moment, so that comes and goes.
I'm sure Paul will tell me if it's really bad. He's currently muted.
Well, I just had a look at my list, and I think there's at least 4 books here that have been published since Pratchett died. So yes, I've just got to find a hardback copy of Eric.
Eric.
Yes, his version of Faust. Apparently I also need the hardback copy of The Dark Side of the Sun,
Okay.
because about halfway through his writing career, I started buying the hardbacks, because these are the sort of novels that I would generally want as a hardback, particularly when my ex got me a signed copy of one of them. So I've gone back and slowly replaced all the paperbacks that I've read so many times they're starting to fall apart. There's another reason why I have Kindle as well. Replaced them all with hardbacks, and there's just 2 out of the entire collection of what we're up to, 81 books. There's just 2 that I can't find in hardback because they're
It's well here.
just impossible to find. That's the problem of being a collector. Is you know you have to have them all.
Yes, it's called being a completist.
Yep.
Okay. With the sound being really bad, let's test this one. I'm going to push play, see if you tell me if you can hear this.
Let's listen as Flatzoid does his Flatzoid 11 best to cope regarding the globe fog.
Any luck?
I didn't know you'd press play.
Okay. Oh dear.
So that'd be a no then.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's a no. Let me try something. Okay, let's try this. Try again. Pushing play now.
It's in the Flat Earth hen house.
It's not going to disprove flat Earth. All it's going to do is show the globe not to be true, because the globe has a specific way it needs to work.
Now I'm getting pulsing background noise.
Oh right. So the noise bot's going all on back and forth.
Turing test said they could hear it there.
They can hear it.
Hello. It's my favourite.
G'day, Mr. 42. Yeah. Sorry, farmers.
And that's a fact. He is my favourite Mr. 42.
Yes, he definitely is.
It is definitely.
Hey, Mr. 42, would you like to run a stream next week? Because mine is, let's just say, I'm failing at the moment.
Oh, I've got a funny feeling I won't be available next week.
Yes, the globe is signed.
No, I won't. I'm going to look at German Armored Car.
So, you can't hear it. They can. That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Have you seen Dora's latest message, farmers?
I'm just trying to translate it into English. It won't let me. Oh, Engel's hardcover. Wow.
Scientifically defined in every way
Yeah,
and matches
but
reality.
Is this going to be?
Are you
Is this
saying
going to end
that
up
Flat Earth
bad
is a
in
wish?
such that you end up having to collect them all in Dutch or something?
I'm not buying them all again in Dutch. Blimey. I don't think it's in Dutch.
Okay. This is weird.
Presumably, Tal Engels means it's in English. Why is it cheaper in hardback than paperback?
wishy-washy mish,
and how it's going.
and each and every claim is testable and
Yeah.
verifiable by all. We don't need to test
No,
the
we're
24-hour
definitely not
sun,
hearing
but
it.
just for giggles, let's do it. And
Weird. I mean, I have the option I could share it through Zoom, then you guys could hear it, but yeah,
We would.
We would. Why can you not hear it? I can hear
And
it.
you've got to
They
admit
can
that
hear
it
it.
sure is fun watching Flat Earth not wanting
Okay.
to come along and play too.
This Flat Earth hasn't made it.
And if I do this,
Any claims. So it's really bad.
and I can't.
I mean, when you look at any other thing, you don't see the sun for 24 hours. You see sunlight. I mean, daylight.
Oh, goody. Coffee cup.
Oh, I'm having all sorts of fun tonight. My usual speakers are gone kaput. And,
Caustic, eh? Well, that requires something for the sunlight to reflect off, and you're going to need to prove that that exists first. None of this old, we see that it looks like it's reflecting, therefore it's reflecting, and it's reflecting off the inside of a dome that we've never seen.
you heard it for a
That's
second.
not going to
We've got
wash.
a bit of it.
No, it's gone away again.
Oh, I just stopped it. Hang on, I'm going to play now.
If you look at, if anybody's ever taken a glass bowl before and stuck a lighter and you get put
And that's a naha from us.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
What's
Chloe's here.
weird? This reckon
called internal reflection.
you can't hear that. Can you?
And a lighter.
You couldn't hear that. Could you?
I've just realised it's going to make watching
Lindsay, fun.
and playing bingo interesting, isn't it?
You just have to read the subtitles.
Not even possible, I would have thought.
Okay.
I suppose you could just put the subtitles on and then we could read what's going on rather than listening to it.
Yeah. Although it also says, when I do this, you'll be able to just hear me, but I don't think you'll be able to hear.
Or outer edge of the ball.
You can't hear that, can you?
No.
This isn't because Zoom's updated, is it?
I don't know.
Because
It was
it
working.
has.
We were sort of working okay, and then suddenly I played the Zoom video, played a video, and then it just all went kapoosh. So something's amiss.
Doesn't even act like it's playing on my screen.
Oh, I've stopped it at the moment, so if I push play, you'll be able to hear it through YouTube.
That's practically what they're going to see, guys. That's why it doesn't go dark.
So what I might do
Because
is
there's-
do this. I'll share it through here. Share. And we'll share. And we'll see if you can hear it if I share it. That one. Okay.
Daylight because
Can you
the
hear
sun is reflecting in the dome. Okay, the firmament.
Oh.
Now, is that going to disprove a flat?
But that's sharing straight to Zoom.
Yeah, it should work.
Let me try a different one. Hang on. I think I see a problem here. Let's try this.
Flat Earth? Hell no.
Is that better?
Point of order, Flatsoid.
That's it.
Oh, hell yes.
Is that it?
there we go.
you go.
There we go. Let's do that. That's going to work. Now, also, you can probably hear me creaking around. I don't know if you usually can hear me creaking around. Like that. Well, let's see how we go. I'll try to be still.
It does disprove Flat Earth. Now, you need to have a plausible explanation for the sun circling overhead and behind you. You want to say it's reflecting off the dome. Mishmash of Flurf Hope.
Sorry, you probably couldn't hear me. Just putting very into context. Flatzoid says he has no position on 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Wally says he does. Flatzoid's position is that the sun reflects off the dome, and that's why you can see the light. And I think this is where Wally's saying that that's silly.
Hopes and dreams and fantasy? I think you are.
Okay? The globe makes a claim on what the sun is, where it is, and how it's going.
And each and every claim is testable and verifiable by all. We don't need to test the 24-hour sun, but just for giggles, let's do it. And you've got to admit that it sure is fun watching Flat Earth not wanting to come along and play too.
The Flat Earth hasn't made any claims. So it's really bad. I mean, when you look at any other thing, you don't see the sun for 24 hours, you see daylight.
Oh, goody. Coffee cup caustic, eh? Well, that requires something for the sunlight to reflect off, and you're going to need to prove that that exists first. None of this old, we see that it looks like it's reflecting, therefore it's reflecting, and it's reflecting off the inside of a dome that we've never seen. That's not going to wash.
If you look at, if anybody's ever taken a glass bowl before and stuck a light on, you get what you call internal reflection.
Yeah.
And light up the whole outer edge of the ball.
Alright.
That's practically what they're going to see, guys. That's why it doesn't go dark. Because there's daylight, because the sun is reflecting in the dome. Okay, the firmament. Now, is that going to disprove a flat Earth? Hell no.
Point of order, Flatzoid. Oh, hell yes, it does disprove Flat Earth. Now, you need to have a plausible explanation for the sun circling overhead and behind you. You want to say it's reflecting off the dome, then you're going to have to prove the dome first.
But can it disprove a globe? Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it can. If we see the sun set below the horizon as it approaches the midnight hour, then we know it cannot be a globe. You see, the globe is falsifiable. We are not a pseudoscience that won't allow our model to be tested. Only pseudoscientific cultists do that sort of thing.
Right.
But my thing is, why do I need to go to Antarctica to show something that can only disprove a globe, can't disprove flat Earth?
Oh, that sounds like pseudoscience, Flatzoid. If you think your model can't be falsified, then you're likely in a cult.
Literally just a waste of my time. And why would I want to go and say, listen here, I don't trust what God's word says. My faith is much stronger in God's word than what man says. I don't need to go to Antarctica to say, okay, let's look at the sun. I don't trust what the Bible says.
Why are you trying to cope so hard by reframing this as a what the Bible says?
That's just idiotic.
I would expect it to believe that like these anti-flat earthers are going to come back and say, yeah, we were wrong. Earth is flat. You know,
Well,
I would expected to see that because I don't think so.
I guess if you don't send a Flat Earth representative, then you're going to have that card to play. Except we will ignore you. If you didn't participate, you just don't get to have a say. The only way to keep everybody honest is to be there and to scrutinise everything we do. We want you to come and do that. Please, come on. It'll be fun.
Well, the thing is that Will Duffy and Justin Peters both made declarations based on this. Will Duffy said if he does go there and they see that the sun does set, then he, before he even gets back on the plane, he would stream live and say, yes, he was wrong. He changed his mind. The Earth is flat, and he will go and become a flat earther. Justin Peters said he will delete every video on his channel and only leave one video where he's apologizing and saying, yes, it is a flat Earth.
I'll throw my hat into the ring too. If the sun provably sets and a flat earther is there to verify that it has set, then I will delete my channel and I'll leave just one video saying Flatzoid is much smarter than me. All the men want to be him, all the women want to be with him. And I will leave a single link to my new channel, Where's Wally's Dollies? The Life and Times of Barbie.
Now, I'm going to amend what I say because I didn't take some things into account.
Amend? Like change? Correct? Walk back? Run away? Hide? Pretend I never said what I said? Are you sure you want to do that, David?
I thought that if the sun were to start tracking that way, that would be a definite sign. But, one, I would not be able to throw out all the other irrefutable proofs.
Why? They were just refuted. This is what you do in science when something big comes along and you didn't take it into account. It's back to the drawing board and start all over again. Are you a pseudoscientist too, David?
Mm-hmm. Based on an object in the sky.
Nice downplay there, David. But the object in the sky is the freaking sun, the source of all our energy and the thing our daily life revolves around in the most literal way. Heliocentric model. It's in the name, David.
And my interpretation of what I'm seeing. Now, I think it would absolutely be important to see that thing again 180 degrees behind you.
Important, yeah, life-changing, model-smashing, flirt-busting important. That's why we want you to witness it firsthand, dude.
But I think also you're going to want to have other people in other places around the plane making the observations and tracking where the sun is at from where they are. And then we can kind of grid this out and see what is really going on. Because if the sun goes around like that, is that going to throw out the lack of convexity?
No, it will mean there never was a lack of convexity, David.
Is that going to suddenly make balls of gas in space real?
It will show they always were real.
Is that suddenly going to allow gravity to somehow have an effect on gas behavior?
No, gravity still affects gas molecules. You just need to accept that you were wrong about all these things all along.
No, none of that is. So what is that going to mean?
David, if you can't allow your beliefs to be tested and falsified, then you just might be a cult. 441.
Is that going to mean the Earth's a globe? No, that's going to mean that we've not taken into account some optical phenomenon that we're witnessing.
I hear what you're saying, David, and it sounds like coping to me. Sounds like you're desperate to find a new excuse. Optics won't save you, David. If you have a time-lapse of the face of the sun for a full 24 hours, we can say that it was never reflected at all. Coffee cup caustics and reflection dome bottoms won't save flat Earth, David.
Now, personally, I don't think that if they go, they're going to see a 24 hours.
You say that with your mouth, David, but your actions are like someone walking back their original claims, like they were suddenly a tiny bit worried about how this is all going to end.
Well, Lucky Hastings made a good point. Why do you want to worry about one little evidence for a globe, for instance, okay, when they're ignoring hundreds of evidences for a flat Earth?
Because it's not the one little evidence that he downplayed it to be. It is the granddaddy, big kahuna, mother of all evidences. Oh, and we are yet to see one flat Earth proof that stands up to scientific rigour. Just saying. Okay, enough of David. Now let's listen to David. The other David. The David from 24 hours ago.
Well, that whole direction that the sun goes, while it's visible, is going to be a telltale. Right there. You wouldn't even have to see it the whole time. If it arcs away from you, then you are not on a ball. If it arcs toward you, then you are.
Yeah.
So what happened, David? Did you do some research? Did you look at a few videos of the 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Or did your subscribers start rebelling at you for actually making some sense for a minute? Enjoy the cope, guys. Well, this 24-hour sun thing is just moving so fast, I can't keep up. Now, overnight... Now, I apologise for the next voice that you're about to hear for a few minutes, but please, don't hate me. Listen, it is Jaren, but what he says is very un-Jaren-like. So, enjoy this last little bit, and I'm not sure where this is all going to go. Well done, Will. I'm loving this. Thanks, guys.
Here's what I think. I've not seen any flat earther with balls yet. I'm the only one. Oh, Jaren says he's the only one with balls. Then come out and say what I say, which is if we see the sun go fucking behind us, In Antarctica, the Earth cannot be flat. That's the way it works. That's the way it is. And if I'm wrong, if what my statement I just said is wrong, then you have to show me how it's wrong. But what do? You just say, well, you can't look at the lights in the sky to prove the ground that you're on. Sometimes you can. Think about it. If in the north, at the North Pole, the sun goes around you left to right 24 hours a day. If at the south, the sun does the exact same thing, it goes around you, but now it goes right to left. What does that mean? So why am I so brave to say that? Because I don't think that the sun does that in the south, which is why I'm a flat earther. Hello, McFly. McFly. Anyone there? Anyone home? I've heard every excuse in the book. People messaging me saying, well, it could be a fake sun, it could be a simulation sun. What if we have this sun coming? The dumbest explanations I've ever heard. They cannot fake the sun on me if I'm down there. Maybe you would be fooled. They cannot fake the sun. There's no sun simulator that puts out the exact same registry and everything as far as the infrared camera, as far as it just doesn't exist. Okay, that doesn't exist. And again, just like they have no evidence of the 24-hour sun, well, we don't have evidence of it setting either. So this is a flight map or something like that, okay? Now, let's think about let me spin this so we can get a better idea. Let's go edit, view, image, rotate left. All right. So just putting this down at the bottom so it's easier for you to see. Where they are supposedly going for this experiment is 80 degrees south, which is you fly from Punta Arenas about here, and you go 4 hours south to everybody saying, you don't know that you'll be at the South Pole, you'll be somewhere else. Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay? They can't in 4 hours get to the North Pole, and if they did, the sun is going around you left to right. That can't be right. That wouldn't fool anybody. And regardless, if they fly us out here or fly us out here, what the fuck is the sun doing a circle around our head for? Still doesn't make sense. This is why this is called demonstrable evidence. And I'm talking to the wall. People are like, no, you don't really know what the sun is, Jaron. You can't say that. Well, then we're not looking for evidence then. If we don't know what the sun is, then there can be 8 billion suns. Go watch Jason and Ronnie. There might as well be 8 billion suns. The stars and the suns are coming out of the ground. Well, we don't really know what the stars and the sun is, so they could be coming out of the ground in the ocean, Jaron. You're right. Good point. Go watch them. I'm not exploring that option. I'm not exploring the Pac-Man sun. Not at all. So let's say we're down here at 90 degrees, or 80 degrees, sorry. And the sun, in our model, circles this way. Okay? That's a bad circle. Okay, it goes this way. Now, I've shown before on the ray diagram, ray tracing, that because of the atmosphere, it is quite possible that you would see the sun rise south of east and set south of west. I've shown that. The dome calls for that. Lots of things call for that. In atmospheric, you just put atmosphere in a circle and it does that. But in no place, at no time, in no condition, would you ever stand here and watch the sun go around you for 3 freaking days? How would it go around you and the flat earth be correct? Well, we don't know what the sun is, though. Yeah, but it's going around your head. So let me explain this again, because Jason and Ronnie laughed and laughed. They're like, that was the dumbest explanation I ever heard. Pay attention here. Pay attention. If the sun goes around my head, okay, so let's say that here the sun's coming, which, by the way, supposedly down here they go by Brazil time. So let's say here it's noon. Okay, 12 noon. And then it starts going this way. So by here it is now 6 p.m. Okay, there. And here it was 6 a.m. Great. If the sun is behind me, okay, so it goes around here, then this is where it would be at midnight. Okay, but at midnight, the sun should be here. Pay attention now. If the sun is behind me in Antarctica and also lighting up the other side of the flat earth, do you understand what that means? Think about it. How could the sun be behind you in Antarctica and be lighting up land way over there? Well, there is a model that says that that's what happens. Again, because I have to teach you, people are all going to say, look, Jaron already believes it. I don't believe this. But I'm intellectually honest enough to say that there's a model that matches that prediction. You can't do that? I mean, what are this? I mean, come on. What did they completely steal every bit of testosterone you had? Every bit of, I mean, is it just you're so soaked in estrogen you can't see straight anymore? I don't get it. It's not difficult to just stand behind your beliefs, not just switch them. Well, now we don't know what the sun is. Okay, now if you look at this model, if the sun is behind me, remember that this is where South America is, so we would be standing here looking this direction. The sun's behind me at 12 midnight, and if we tilt this globe around, what is being lit up? Oh goodness, it's Australia. Again, pay attention. If the sun is behind me in Antarctica, but is currently lighting up Australia, what model makes more sense? This model or the model that I just showed you?
Oh dear.
Yes.
Look, it's really, really easy to do the midnight sun in the south on a flat earth. It's the magic shape-changing lampshade and Space Hammerman.
Yep.
I thought we agreed this like 8 years ago when
It's all hard logic.
released Testing Flatards 3.
I miss him.
I know, 5 years without publishing anything. It's just too long, isn't it?
That is a little bit.
Problem was, he done such a bloody good job of it
Yeah.
that, you know, he doesn't need to do it again.
Well, I think he stole Space Hammerman from the geocentrism series he did, didn't he? Because how do you spin the sun around Earth? You use Space Hammer.
It's all about.
Dan already made the tea.
Yeah, good Wallace. Cross. Fine.
Hey, at least blowing tea out my nose would have cleared my sinuses.
No, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Paul, are you still with us? It's being muted. Just checking. Not sure. Paul had a quiz, so I was just checking whether he was still with us to be able to do the quiz. Well, maybe we'll come back later. So, we ready for a try out of Lindsay? So what Eric said, it's quite clear that Jaron will go there and he'll say, hey, this can't be, it is, and then they'll all say, oh, you were never a flat earther. That would be
Well, that's what's happened to all the flat earthers who have, you know, come to their bloody senses.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you weren't really flat. You know,
Yeah.
and that's the most polite that they can say about them.
Yeah.
But Jaron's not going to go because his entire grift would disappear. I mean, he quite how he's still going, I don't know, because he shot himself in the foot several times.
I mean, I'm surprised anybody's still making money out of, or are the Flurfs still doing lots of super chats on the streams and stuff.
Well, that's the thing. They are. I mean, they're still.
I
making
appreciate
money out of
everyone's
it because there's
patience.
still idiots out there who'll support them. You know, as long as they're idiots, the grift carries on.
I'm still sharing, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what this I found interesting, which sort of goes to what we're just talking about. So.
I appreciate everyone's patience. I know we've been getting a ton of requests, and everybody's wondering, are Jaron and Austin going to go to Antarctica for the final experiment? So, as promised, here is the latest and greatest update. Let's go ahead and start with Jaron. So, Jaron has agreed to go to Antarctica in December for the final experiment with a new condition, which is he does not want to go alone. Now, I know a lot of people are giving him a hard time for this. I think it's fine, and I think it's totally okay, and I think it's reasonable, and I think it's possible if a lot of us were in his shoes, we would probably feel the same way and ask for the same thing. So, Jaron has asked for another flat earther to go, and so what I did is I essentially gave up my spot in order to pay for a second flat earther to go to Antarctica with the final experiment. Now, with the polling that we did, you know, Flat Earth Dave originally won, but he didn't want to accept the free trip, so then we moved on to Jared.
Streamer's frozen.
Just for the fun.
They can hear it, but they can see us frozen.
Okay. Can they see? Can you see YouTube now? Can you see the video?
Yeah, the script, it's frozen on us talking.
Yeah,
it's been frozen a long while because the picture looks like.
No, so you should be able to see it now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's come through.
You guys are frozen, but yes, they should be able to see it now. Yeah. But I've taken you off screen now.
Aaron, but Austin also was arguably
why you guys are frozen.
Right up there with Jaron.
I don't know why you guys are frozen. It's summer up there.
In terms of polling after
bloody
David Weiss. So Austin, let's go ahead and switch now to Austin. Jaron is okay going with Austin. Jaron let me know that Austin would be willing to go. Keep in mind that Austin was already planning a trip to Antarctica this December. So it's kind of perfect. I doubt his trip was going to be paid for. And so this should be exciting for him, and he can still go, which he was planning on it, but he can go with having all of his expenses paid by me. Well, originally I was kind of communicating to Austin through Jaron, and it was kind of messy. So Jaron just said, hey, Will, just reach out to Austin yourself and, see what comes of it. So I reached out to Austin, and we've been communicating, and he has agreed to go as well. But he's got a condition or two attached to that. And so one of his conditions, which is an interesting one, and I didn't really see this one coming, is that he's willing to go to Antarctica if I go. So here we are in this interesting dilemma, and I'm not exactly sure what to make of it. As you can imagine, I'm hearing from dozens and dozens and dozens of people. Everyone's giving me their opinion. Most of these people I don't know, and they're giving me their opinions just based on their history in the flat Earth debate, based on what they've seen of watching Jaronism, what they've seen of watching Wits It Gets It, and all these videos put out by these two gentlemen. And so anyway, I love hearing opinions from people and getting all of these ideas, but it's just kind of hard to process everything. So I've got people telling me that, Jaron, and they're like, Will, Jaron and Austin are just dragging you along. They don't want to go to Antarctica. They're trying to find a way out that they can pin on you and blame it on you so that it doesn't look like they don't want to go, so that they don't end up looking like Flat Earth Dave. And then I've got other people, saying different things. And so I don't believe that. I do think Jaron legitimately wants to go. I just think he doesn't want to go alone, which is fine and acceptable. I think Austin wants to go. So I'm not exactly buying that. But in fairness and in full transparency and full disclosure and trying to keep everything with the final experiment above board, you might recall that Jaron originally stated, he asked me privately if I would cover all of his expenses with this trip to Antarctica because he doesn't have winter clothing, and there's going to be, a flight to get to South America first, and he's going to have to stay in a hotel in South America. And I told him privately, I said, yes, I'm going to cover all your expenses. Then he asked me, which I think, again, is completely fair. He asked me to make a public video stating that I would cover all of his expenses. He even threw out a dollar amount just in case it got that high. And I was like, why? Like, you don't have a reason to not believe me or trust me. I already gave you my word. It's in writing. You could expose me by just showing our text message conversation. But then it occurred to me, once you state something publicly, there's a lot better chance that you're going to follow through and that you're not just bluffing. So when Jaron asked me to do that, I only thought about it for a few seconds and I was like, of course I can do that and I will do that. I don't have any issues doing that at all. It just keeps everybody honest. So I made that video. And so now I've got this private conversation going with Austin. Austin has agreed to go, but his number one thing is he won't go unless I go. That's the latest condition. That's the latest stipulation. And so I think, just again, in fairness and keeping all of this fully transparent with everyone, I asked Austin if he would make a public video and release it on his channel, stating that he would go to Antarctica as long as I cover his expenses and as long as I go, just to make sure. Again, I've got all these people in my ear telling me that these guys aren't serious, that they're not being genuine about wanting to go to Antarctica, which I do not believe. I do believe they want to go, but I think it would be good. I've already done it. I think it would be good for you, Austin, to make a public video stating that. Now, again, people are going to say, Will, if Austin was serious, he would have already done the video. And I don't think that's true either. Many of you might not know. I've been told, so I think it's on good authority, that Austin Whitsitt will be debating Professor Dave tomorrow. I've been involved in debates in the past, not on this topic, not on the shape of the earth, but I've been involved in, theological debates and other debates, and it's nerve-wracking and it takes a lot of time to prepare. So I think it's highly likely that Austin has spent this entire week preparing for his debate tomorrow with Professor Dave, and the fact that he hasn't done this yet doesn't mean he doesn't want to go. So anyway, let's just give him some time, and I expect he'll do that, and then we can kind of go from there. By the way, if you have not heard of this debate tomorrow with Austin Whitsitt and Professor Dave, what I'm being told is that it will be at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, Saturday, June 15th, and that it will be on a YouTube channel called The Quartering, and The Quartering has no spaces in it if you want to find it on YouTube. And so if that debate's going to happen, which again, I believe it will, and I'm actually looking forward to it, it's on my calendar. I'd encourage people to watch, and if they're going to take questions or allow super chats or anything like that, hey, it's a good opportunity to ask both participants about the final experiment. Professor Dave was someone that we invited on the Globe side as one of the official participants, and of course, Austin is someone on the Flat Earth side that we invited. They are two of the top, in my opinion, defenders of their position. So this should be a great debate, and it will be a good opportunity for us to ask them questions, possibly ask them about the final experiment. So, as promised, this is the latest update that I have. I hope everybody is still excited, as I am. I'm sorry I don't have more of a definitive answer at this point, but it is what it is. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and just waiting to get the confirmations that we need. So anyway, I still am working on this every single day. We're pushing forward every single day. I know for a lot of people, 6 months from now, actually 6 months from today, is when the plane lands in Antarctica, December 14th. That probably feels like a long time for people. For me, it feels like nothing. I feel like I have so much work to do between now and then, so much planning that's got to go into this just to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch. So I do something every single day for the final experiment, and I try to keep everybody updated as well, because what fun is it if you don't know what's going on? So that's the update for today. If you got any questions for me, feel free to leave a comment below. You can always reach me through our website. Once you contact me through our website, I'll respond. You'll have my email, and we can continue to communicate that way. So anyway, hope everyone has a great weekend. Look forward to seeing people at the debate tomorrow online between Professor Dave and Austin Whitsitt, and I will keep everybody informed as to how things are shaping out with Jaron Campanella and Austin Whitsitt and the final experiment this December. Take care.
Did anyone see that debate?
No, not yet. No.
I don't think it's happened yet.
Yeah, I think that he posted.
I appreciate everyone's patience.
When did he post that? He posted that 17 hours ago. So I suppose maybe it hasn't happened yet. Oh, there you go. So, what do you reckon? I don't reckon either of them will end up going.
I think he's wonderfully naive.
Well, I mean,
if he thinks these flat earthers will actually go to Antarctica, they've spent years telling us that it's an impossible place, that you can't go there, and if you could go there, you wouldn't see a 24-hour sun. Well, you can go there. He's going to pay for you to go there, and he's going to show you a 24-hour sun. Of course, they're not going to fucking go. That's why old Girth has said, no, I'm not going. I'll tell you what you'll see, but I'm not going. And these two are just as bloody same. And if he agrees to everything they say, they'll come up with something else. And then they'll come up with something else. They ain't going.
Even if they do go, they'll see it and they'll come up with some strange excuse for why they saw the sun like that.
Well, they already have it, haven't they?
They won't acknowledge that it's a globe. No.
Well, of course
not. No matter what they see.
How many times have we seen this? Good God.
And if Whitsitt wants Will to go, maybe he should pay for Will, seeing as Will's paying for him.
Yeah.
You know, like Will's paying for a second flat earther. Maybe Whitsitt should chip in and actually pay for Will to go. If he's demanding that Will go with him, then maybe he should pay for Will.
Or at least pay for his own expenses and Will can just pay for a ticket. You know, since he was going in December, supposedly.
Yeah,
supposedly. Don't believe that for a minute.
No, I don't believe that for a minute. I think that sounds just like something he would say once he said, "Oh, I was going anyway." Yeah, you went.
No, of course he wasn't.
We're still frozen, by the way.
I think I know why the stream is frozen. It's quite possibly because you're sharing.
Now we'll wait for the stream to catch up and see if we're all moving again.
I believe Duffy is a very sincere guy, and I think he believes everything he says. But the problem is with Duffy, he's what we in the Army would have called an FNG. He's a fucking new guy.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know. He doesn't know what we know about these lying assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
He thinks they're being genuine.
It will take Whitsitt not more than 8 minutes to whip up his brand of word salad to cover whatever it is he sees.
Oh, yeah. First and foremost will be, we didn't really go to Antarctica.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, somehow or the other, they tricked us.
They spun us around or something. Yeah. So anyway, yes, it's definitely a new guy. You can just hear it. He just hasn't listened to many Globeside debates. Doesn't get it. Anyway.
But the fact that they think it's a debate.
That's for fun. Yeah, it's not
a debate.
Not debate. Well, I was going to play some Lindsay Bingo, and then I was going to see if Paul had a quiz for us.
I've got 2 quizzes.
Got 2 quizzes.
Oh,
I've got a hard quiz.
Oh, you spoiled us, Mr. Ambassador.
I've got a hard quiz and I've got a fairly easy quiz.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen your easy quizzes before.
Oh, no, this one is actually easy. Timbo probably knows all the answers already. Okay. But Timbo will be banned from this one.
Yeah.
Because he knows what the quiz is about. Yeah. Then he's probably gone and done his research on it. Yeah.
Oh, well, I already knew
Before-
some of the answers already, but that's okay. Yes.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
stay out of
Okay.
this one. Out of the easy quiz.
Before we leave
we
that topic,
seem to have a really full day today, then, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, sorry,
As
Blue,
I've prepared something as well.
sorry, Blue wanted to say something on that topic. Sorry. Blue, the floor is yours.
I wouldn't.
You are muted. Okay, we'll go back then. Sorry. I did underhear Blue saying before we left that topic. That's okay. Now, yes, Alan does have something you were saying, Alan. Sorry.
Sorry, I just said, and I've prepared something as well, so we seem to have a very busy day.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to that, Alan.
Okay, so we'll play Lindsay Bingo. I do have some new words I added in there. See if you can work out which ones have been added. And we'll post you the new bingo link. Yes, and sorry that for some reason the sound has gone really weird tonight and suddenly going correctly. I'm trying my best to reduce the amount of unpleasantness as possible.
Can you mute your mic while Lindsay's playing? Does that work or not?
Yeah, that's what I intend to do. So you might notice I'm muting it when I'm not speaking. So. The trick is remembering to remute myself beforehand.
It's like the good old days when you know your phone was going to ring because you heard the interference on the speakers first.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a quick look. Oh, hello. I noticed some new ones in there.
Oh,
I was sick of him saying Taurus field, not saying Taurus field, and saying toroidal field instead.
Let's just open up. I always have two cards because, you know. Oh, Kundalini still there. 3D side elevation. What about 3D?
Yeah, that's one of his new things.
He doesn't understand what elevations are then. None of them do, of course, but. Is it an elevation or a section?
Okay, so Lindsay's tonight is your physicists are actors and comics. Man is of the earth. You just do a few tweaks and stuff here.
Oh, he always comes up with some catchy titles, doesn't he?
Oh shit! Ah!
And Lindsay hasn't even started yet, Alan.
Oh dear God, that doesn't bode
Some
very
bastard
well.
just stabbed me at the back.
Okay, let's get going.
I'm scared, power.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the Tomb of Illumination. Today's video is going to illuminate a few minds. We're going to make a connection between the earth and the man. As is written in ancient texts, man is of the earth. Okay? We're of the earth, and I'm about to show you the connection as to why we are of the earth. Okay? I've done plenty of videos regarding this matter anyway, over the years. Atom, the atom, and the even split of the atom, making our reality a dual system. Now, and it's all connected with the flat earth, you see. All the ancients knew it was flat, and all logical thinkers today know that it's flat. Only those who are in dodo land, still in their lower mental state, would ever conceive or imagine they live on the outside of a spinning ball. So we're the few, because the world represents the lower state of consciousness. The physical world. It's the land of the dodos. Basically, we're all born into this dodo land, and our job is to raise our consciousness to find our way out. And not many can do it. This is why we have to go through many lifetimes, experience many life cycles to wisen up. Only a few get out. It's the goal of every man on earth to wake up and get out. But it's a very slow process. So those who know, know, and those who don't, don't. So a lot of us who know try to convince those who don't what they're missing out on, or their purpose in life, the goal, etc. But we're always getting knocked, aren't we? Yeah, so don't think we're the dodos. Okay? So you have to understand the flat earth system and what it looks like, the shape of it. So we start with this image up here, shaped like that. Basically, Earth is like a ring magnet, okay? It's got the centre arctic, a very small hole, and it's a flat plane within the magnetic flux. And we all dwell inside that flux, okay? So if you took the flux of this magnet, it comes across like this, it has a flat surface. I've shown that in this, with the black filings here, you see. Oh, well, look at that. If I turn that straight over, see? You see this flat surface in the middle? It's the North Pole and the South Pole, basically. You see it there? The North Pole and the South Pole, divided by the tropical gap. So it doesn't just form one nice symmetrical 180-degree arc there, does it? No. And this is what common flat earthers keep drawing everybody, as a silly dome like that. That's not the full representation of our whole Earth. That's only representing one hemisphere, and then they draw the whole Earth within this one hemisphere dome. Or within one arc of horizon, meridian, north to south. That's just one slice, which would represent one meridian line, dead north to south. This is the north and that's the south, and man is standing on one of these direct lines from north to south on this flat earth round system. Round is centre north, south, 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 right? So from there to there is one of these arcs. So don't get confused, it's only one side of the earth, isn't it? What about the other side? Okay? Then we've got to break it down again for the tropical gap, which runs all the way around. Okay? So disregard that bullshit there. I don't know if they're out to confuse you deliberately or what, but Earth is shaped like this. So consider that the ring magnet, Earth, the flat plane of inertia. It all begins at the centre here, and creation is there, that singularity, which is here, singularity, and that when Earth was created from the sun, once the sun was illuminated, everything appeared in the light. That's why everything is of the light, all thanks to the illuminated sun. Then it created our exploded realm, which is a torus field, and created the dual entity, the male and female, because it's all related to magnetism, the north and the south pole. So we go from singularity here, singularity, in this shape you can see is actually in the flower of life too, similar to that. Because you look at this, if you see my earlier video, the flower of life, this is replicating the Vesica Pisces, right? And it all comes from here. That's the beginning. There's a singularity there, and then it creates these dual fields here, which is the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere. Okay? North and south. So we take a slice through this, so if you cut it over the top, slice through it, and then look back, this is the image we get. Okay? So this is what we see, or we don't see actually. That's what you have to imagine, because everything is off the mind anyway. Nothing is physical in our realm. So up here we have an S-curve within this. There's like a vortex in here, which is right back at creation, singularity, the S-curve, and all the star motions and everything out here, all the celestial bodies, all turn, they reflect, they're mirrored image, reflections, holographic images in our realm, all from this one S-curve cycle. Out and down and back up again. Okay, that's a 24-hour cycle, down and up. We only see one at a time, either daylight or starlight. Okay, it's all within this S-curve of creation. And where else do we, and so where do we have an S-curve within the human brain. You look at this, looks like a human brain, doesn't it? You either take that as your pineal gland, the two hemispheres, or you break it down again, the two hemispheres, and whatever's in here is replicated in here. Okay? So there's the light of man. So the pineal gland is in here. Our sun's perceived to be out here. It's the son of man out here. Well, what's he got in the way of an S-curve at the centre of creation? Well, he's got his hippocampus. The hippocampus, look. The head, the body, the tail, represented on earth as the seahorse. Mentioned many times in myths. Physics or something? Physics, maybe. So you take the S-curve, and what's the S-curve? It's nothing but a cardioid. Because that's the S-curve, one cycle, but then it has to return back up. So you look down, that's the 3D side elevation, say. But then if you look down on it, it's a half cycle there, and then come back in, look back in, the cardioid. It's all to do with the human brain. Now you can see it there. You'd have to be a dodo if you can't see it. So then you come over to the human brain, what have we got? So,
bingo, Alan. Did you call
first of all,
No, just
the story of
it was the 3D side
Jonah
elevation.
in the belly of the whale for 3 days, right? Not sure if you can see that, not much of a photo, but that's supposed to be the whale. And there's, that fluid in the centre there is the most divine, most purest liquid, whatever, in the human body. Right there, inside here. That over the top is the hippocampus. So 3 day, the third ventricle, Jonah in the belly of the whale for 3 days is connected to religion because everything's about the human mind, the spiritual awakening, okay? It's a virgin birth because it's all of the mind, not of the body, okay? The purest of fluid, the divine anointing fluid. But it's a mixture, it's a trinity, okay? So you've got the water, it's the holy water. You've got the wine, which represents the blood, which is released when this whole divine event happens in the brain, is man's one-off event, whereas claustrum tears a little bit, and then the blood is released, just like a woman losing her virginity. This is one man's occasion, a man's one-off occasion. The whole creation story is a one-off event. Okay, so what has he got? He's got the hypothalamus right here. Okay, the third entity of the divine trinity, the release of dopamine. It sends the it's a spiritual alignment, but it also this all affects the adrenaline within the body as it's happening, and this adrenaline and dopamine is all connected to the phallus and all the mythological stories that refer to the phallus, and how the Greeks talk about the sexual activities and all this regarding the phallus, because it's all, when man goes through this event, it's all about fluid and the mix through his body, and then it gets excreted. It has to accumulate and be released through ejaculation. It's another story, but I'll leave that to my Patreons.
Yeah.
So
right.
before I get demonetised, did he say toroidal field already?
No, he actually
No.
said Taurus field.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I
was
think
fucking
he
typical.
said toroidal field.
No, he didn't. He's come close so many times to saying various things, but no.
Yeah.
So you've got the pineal gland here, which represents the sun of man. We have the sun over here, the actual sun of creation, Earth. We see the image out here. It's a projected image in the light spectrum. You can't see pure plasma. We can't see the pineal gland either unless you cut the head out, cut the brain apart. So there's the sun. Okay, there's the sun. And on the opposite side, you've got the moon. We've got the pituitary gland, the moon. And during spiritual enlightenment, which is all what religion's all about, is the moon is full and it's completely opposite from the sun. There's a woman walking across the lawn for some reason. And then here we have the third entity, because the Trinity, you have a planet involved with the process, which initially starts with this full solar eclipse, or a solar eclipse. In this case we have the hypothalamus, the third entity of the divine trinity, the release of the dopamine, the third ventricle, one of the four rivers mentioned in the Bible. So the four ventricles of the human brain are the four rivers mentioned in, is it Genesis? Somewhere? So you realise in the brain, look, you can't deny it, okay? So, understanding what's this, the mind of man is the black hole of creation. Okay. So this is the mind of the man, right? Where his thoughts come from, say. Right at the centre. Black hole. And then you've got Earth is created from a black hole. And what are they saying now at the moment? Have you seen the YouTube short of someone in that English studio there where the old scientists used to do their lectures? And you may find this very strange, but Earth could be from the hole, from the black hole. You know, I've described all that for the last 5 years. They tend to sort of come out, people have said 5 years later, so many, a year or so later. You know, I've fully explained all that, how Earth is from the hole, okay? I mean, it's been known since time began. I mean, you have to read the who made it, Hermes Trismegistus. It's actually written Earth is from the hole. The ancients knew. Okay. That's coming out now. But always a while after I've put them up on my videos. So you don't believe it, check out my videos. I've still got 100 more I put on there, and hundreds taken off to edit it. Okay, so what's happening in singularity is an exploded image out here between the two fields here. Because back here at creation, we have two fields. We have the sun, it's centered of the Milky Way. You've got one end of the Milky Way coming into the sun, the other end coming into the male and female here. There's a dual force coming together to meet the sun here. Now over here in our realm, we have the two forces of the poles. You've got the south pole and north pole. They come and swing down here, cross over, go back up to the figure eight cycle. Continuously cycling the figure eight. And as they move, some of them point up here, and they create this peering in here. So this peering is what creates the light, the illumination, the energy, the electromagnetic force. This is electromagnetism being created here. Okay? And that's the sun electromagnetism, which is this eventually goes up and feeds and more plasma and that. But I break all that down in other videos, okay? So you could say you got the male and the female because you've got a south pole and north pole. So you got the male and the female here, which is called the Aphrodite.
Sorry, did someone say bingo? Yeah, I noticed. I was trying to work. I was trying to keep very still, so it didn't. But I have no idea what's causing it. When I talk, it's not so bad. Go on, Ellen. So when I'm talking, so I've got my mic on now. It's not so bad. If I turn my mic off, so I don't know. It's good at the moment. So I'll turn my mic off in a sec. I need place of rest or toroidal field, and we're bingo. Okay. Oh, he said southern hemisphere. He said southern and northern hemisphere. No, he definitely said southern and yeah. Realm. That's enough. That's enough.
Okay, so all the
Yes. He was. Well, he's got a ring camera. Sorry, I can see his light for his other video. Maybe he does other videos. It's his light sticking up behind his whiteboard there. Oh, you can't see it at the moment. That's all right. Don't worry. Okay, Paul, you need to give us some levity. Why don't you do the early easy quiz? And you should have sharing rights. I will keep quiet. Try it now. The rest of the panel.
Can you hear it? Can you hear us now?
Hopefully you can hear Paul now. Let us know before we start the quiz, because it would be awfully hard to do the quiz if you cannot hear Paul. Yeah, we can't hear Paul. Yeah. We can hear Paul. That's better.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay.
That's a good start.
A very good start.
And you can see what I'm sharing. Yeah.
They called it what?
They called it what? Yeah, exactly. All
Got
right.
a back bit underneath it.
So to give you an idea of what it's about, we'll go through some easy ones first. In China, they called it Superpower Dare Die Team. Which movie are they talking about?
Superpower Dare Die Team.
Yeah.
Right.
Suicide Squad.
Nope.
One of the Avenger films.
Nope.
Team America.
Nope.
I ain't got a clue then. Oh, it could be anything.
It was Ghostbusters.
Really?
Yeah.
Superpowers?
Superpower Dare Die Team, yeah.
Right, okay, yeah, right. Tim putting clues in the side chat there.
Yeah. Okay, another one. In China, they called it Six Naked Pigs.
Six Naked Pigs.
Yeah.
Six Naked Pigs. No.
Not Fleetwood Mac.
Not Fleetwood Mac, no.
Six Naked Pigs, fuck's sake. Oh, I got a clue.
Yeah, got a clue?
No, not a clue here either.
No.
The full Monty.
Really?
Yep.
Oh dear.
In Denmark, they called it Die Hard, Mega Hard. Now, you obviously know it's a Die Hard film, but which one?
That's excuse me. I think that's the third one was called. Wasn't it called Die Hard? Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah, that's the one. You got it.
Yeah, because Die Hard 2 was just Die Hard 2. You know.
Yeah.
With a Vengeance.
Die Hard, Mega Hard. Yeah.
Bruce Willis and his vest.
Yeah. Here's a hard one, though. In Italy, they called it If You Leave Me, I Delete You.
Oh, God.
No?
No.
No.
In that one.
Give the Peanuts a chance.
Yeah, give him a chance. I can't. I'm not. If you leave me, I delete you.
Level with me. No. It was this one here. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, you're right. I see it now.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
All right. In Germany, they called it, here's an easy one, The Unbelievable Trip in a Wacky Aeroplane.
Those magnificent men in their flying machines.
Nope.
A wacky aeroplane.
Yeah, come on. This one's easy.
Not just airplane, is it?
It is just airplane. Yep.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Wacky.
China, they called it His Powerful Device Makes Him Famous.
Iron Man.
Nope.
Powerful device. No, not ringing any bells.
Okay. Boogie Nights.
Oh, they're talking about his cock.
Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't call it a device as such, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. In the Czech Republic, they called it warm shots.
Oh God. That wouldn't be hot shots, would it?
It would be.
Fucking brilliant films they are. Absolutely superb.
Yeah. Oh, it's not quite as good as what they thought, so they just call it warm shots instead of hot shots. Yeah, I like this one though. In Israel, they called it "The Gun Died Laughing."
The Naked Gun?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
Naked
was
Gun.
thinking.
Yep, that's the one. In Japan, they called it "I'm drunk and you're a prostitute."
That's not Pretty Woman, is it?
No. Timbo knows this one, but he's banned. Not Pretty Woman, no.
I'm drunk and you're a prostitute.
Yeah.
No. Oh dear, bloody throat going. Do excuse me.
Yeah, that's the one. Leaving Las Vegas, that's the one. Peanut's got it. Well done, Peanut.
I don't think I ever got around to watching that.
Yeah. Okay. In China, they called it Mr. Cat Poop.
Mr. Cat Poop.
Mr. Cat Poop. I don't know how they get this either.
Dora's gone with
Has
Garfield.
Dora got it? Yeah,
What did Dora say? No, it's not Garfield. No.
No, Mr. Cat.
No.
No, I'm not seeing that one. I really.
Okay. It was As Good as It Gets.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mr. Cat.
I don't know how they get that connection. That's what they call it.
That makes no sense. I mean, some of them you think, yeah, I can see the way you're thinking, but that makes no. That's just.
Yeah. In Spain, they called it Night of the Night.
Night of the Night.
Yeah. Oh, this one makes logical sense too.
Batman the Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight is the one, yes.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. In Sweden, they called it, Hey, where are the babies?
Where are the babies?
Yeah.
Oh
no,
yeah, Honey, I Shrunk
no,
the Kids.
no, not Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. No.
Where are the babies?
Cocktails first, questions later.
No, it still doesn't help. No.
Nope. Okay, it was Swingers.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Definitely
Doesn't
not.
ring
Never
any
even
bells.
heard of it.
I love this one. This one's my favorite. In Argentina, they called it Vaseline.
It's Greece.
Yeah, it is.
It's got to be Greece. Oh, that's brilliant. Pass the Vaseline.
I know. Oh, dear.
Oh,
dear. In Germany, they called it Floppy Coppers Don't Bite.
Floppy
Coppers Don't Bite.
Floppy coppers.
Yeah.
Is that the Simon Pegg one? Hot Fuzz?
No, it's with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks.
Oh, God, that's God, you're going back a bit now.
Blues Brothers?
Was that
No.
Dragnet?
It is. It's Dragnet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
you
done.
are. Come on, God, that is going back some. What was that?
Yeah.
80s?
Yeah. Okay.
Just the facts.
In China, they called it Excitement 1995. And I just don't see the connection in this one. You'll never get it.
Excitement 1995.
Yes.
1995. Don't remember much of 95, I have to admit.
Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman. Fear
Like
can
Shawshank,
hold.
isn't it?
It is. Fear can hold your prisoner. Hope can set you free. It is the Shawshank Redemption. Yeah.
I still excitement night.
Yeah.
No, I'm struggling to see that one.
Oh, I didn't say it either, no matter how much I
No.
thought. Yeah. In France, they called it Mum, I missed the plane.
Home Alone?
Yeah, that's it. That
Yeah,
was an easy one.
yeah.
Yeah. In France, they called it The Young People Who Traverse Dimensions While Wearing Sunglasses.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Nope.
Bogus Journey.
Nope. Keanu
No, not Bill and Ted
Reeves.
then. Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Well, it's got to be the Matrix.
That's
Yeah,
right.
nerd pedantic alert, cut it.
Yeah, because they've
It's
all
the
got bloody
Matrix.
shades on, haven't they? There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly, yeah.
Nothing to do with actual dimensions as such, but
Yeah. In Germany, they called it Full of the Nuts.
full of. But now, do they mean nuts as in what you can eat, or nuts as in mad people?
Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller.
Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller. No, I can't recall.
Grab life by the ball.
Could possibly be another film I didn't bother watching. Oh, he's still
Brokeback
just
Mountain.
Brokeback
No.
Mountain.
Dodgeball. Timbo Turtle got it. Yes, Dodgeball. It is.
Oh God. Might have watched that once a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hmm.
In China, they called it Mysterious Murder in Snowy Cream.
Snowy Cream.
Yeah.
Murder on the Orient Express?
Nope. That was a film produced by the Coen brothers.
Oh, I know the film you mean. Can't think what it's fucking called. Oh God, that's so annoying. They've turned it into a bloody series as well. Thank you, Dora. Fargo.
Fargo is it, yes.
That was the one I was thinking of. Yes.
Yeah. In Israel,
Film's
they
good, series
call
shit.
yeah. In Israel, they called it It's Raining Falafel.
Excuse me.
It's raining falafel.
Yeah.
No.
It's an animated film.
Chances are I haven't seen this one because it'll be a kids' film.
Yeah.
Is that the one, Cloudy and Chances of Meatballs or something?
That's the
similar?
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cloudy with a
No, I
chance
hadn't
of
seen it.
meatballs. Yeah. Yeah. In Thailand, they called it. I love this one. This is a good one too. Dimwit surges forth.
It's not Forrest Gump, is it?
No, it's not Forrest Gump. No.
Dimwit surges forth. See, they all thought it was Forrest Gump as well.
No, it's not Forrest Gump.
No.
It's an Adam Sandler film.
Yeah, I'm not the world's greatest fan of Adam Sandler, I have to admit. Trying to think of the few films of his I've seen.
You can mess with him, but don't mess with his. That's the one, Dora, the Water Boy.
Oh, might have seen that. Not sure. Can't remember.
In China, they called it Big Liar.
Liar, liar.
It has Anthony Hopkins in it.
Well, he's done a few films.
And it's about a US president.
Oh, God.
Not Liar, Liar, no.
So, presumably, then it's a film about Nixon.
It is. It is. Nixon, yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes. Oh, yeah, he did play Nixon. Yeah. God, blimey.
In Japan, they called it Captain Supermarket.
Captain Supermarket.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound a very impressive superhero, does it? This is a job for Captain Supermarket.
Yeah.
Supermarket.
From the director of Dark Man comes.
No.
No?
It's a chainsaw. It's not the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's not the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, no. Not Captain Underpants or Captain America. It is Army of Darkness.
They had the temerity to call that Captain Supermarket.
Yes.
That's almost as funny as the second film. Almost,
Yeah.
but not quite. But that is superb, nonetheless.
In Israel, they called it The Eighth Passenger Free. As soon as I tell you who's in this one, you'll know which one it is.
Eighth Passenger 3.
Yeah. It stars Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, that would be the
Well, if it's
third
three, it must-
Alien movie then.
It's the third Aliens film.
It would be, yes. The third Alien
It's the
movie.
only film that's made me cry. I nearly lost a contact lens when she threw herself in the furnace.
In Thailand, they called it Zany Son-in-Law, Zippy Grandkids, Sour Father-in-Law.
You know.
Maybe the kids will bring them closer. Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller.
I've got a vague idea what the film is, but I haven't seen it and I can't remember what it's called, but I think I know which one it is.
It's not Meet the Fockers.
No, there's another one I'm thinking of, but
It's very similar, though. It's
Yeah.
along the same lines. In fact, it's probably the sequel. Come on.
I'm pretty certain I haven't seen it.
It is Little Fockers. Meet the Parents.
Oh, it's Little Fockers.
Fockers. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not seen that.
Okay. In China, they called it Just Send Him to University Unqualified.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Would that be the first movie?
No.
Lots of them get in the university because they need cleaning, you know. Send them to university.
There's a time for playing it safe and a time for... Mm. Not a Beautiful Mind, not Catch Me If You Can, not Animal House.
Animal House.
Our top moment for Risky Business.
Oh, I'd totally forgotten about that film. Bloody hell.
This one you'll get easily. In France, they called it Teeth from the Sea.
Oh, it's got to be Jaws, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's got to, yeah. Got to be.
That was easy. In Portugal, they called it Meetings and Failures in Meetings.
No, that one's not jumping out.
Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson. This is literally what happened with the title. That's it, Dora. Lost in Translation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes you realise how many films that you have watched and then just completely forgotten about.
Yeah. In China, they called it Satan Female Soldier.
Satan Female Soldier.
Yeah. Demi Moore.
Oh, God, this is a real test of the memory. Fucking hell. No, I can't remember it.
G.I. Jane. Dora got it. Well done. Yep.
Blimey, totally forgotten about that one as well.
And in Italy, they called it Please Do Not Touch the Old Woman. Old Women.
Not touch the old women.
This is a classic from a long time ago. Mel Brooks. It's a musical.
A Mel Brooks musical.
Yep. Not Blazing Saddles. Not Cougar
Did he do the
Time.
producers?
It is the producers, yes.
Producers. Yeah.
Yeah. And that looks like that was it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah,
That was.
there you go.
That's made me remember how many fucking films I've forgotten.
Yeah. Probably some in there I should watch, actually.
If I remember rightly, in Japan, the Holy Grail was called King Arthur and the Holy Saki Couple. Because I've got a DVD of the Holy Grail, and it's got lots of special features on, and there's a clip of the Holy Grail translated into Japanese. And what they've done is they've translated the Japanese back into English so you can see what they're actually saying. I wouldn't surprise me if in Japan people watched the Holy Grail and went, "What's this shit? That's not funny." Because they bullied it, absolutely bullied it.
I was hoping you'd do the one in China. I mean, this completely gives away the movie. It's He's a Ghost.
Yeah, I didn't put that one in because, yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah.
That does.
Don't need
that
to bother
ruins the
going to
film
the film now.
completely, doesn't it?
The Sixth Sense, yeah.
Yeah, because over here, when you watch the film and then you say to people, how long did it take you to realise? And it's interesting at what point the penny drops. But if you go and watch that film in China, well, they've just told you, they're just giving the whole fucking thing away.
Yeah.
Well, Alan, do you want to present?
Just give me a minute because my internet just crapped out. Yes.
Do you know how it was sunny earlier on and it's sunny now? In between those times, we had a thunderstorm and it pissed it down.
Of course it did.
and now you've got blue sky and fluffy white clouds again. How can you plan anything in this country? It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, while you get ready, Alan, I'll put on an Everett. Music.
Oh, I can't get wrong with it.
It was really shocking for me at first when I entered into the flat earth debate to find that the most ignorant, arrogant, stupid, mean people who did not have a grasp on science were on the globe earth side.
I'll be in my office under my rug.
Boy, talk about your gloomy gusses.
I'm just asking questions, relevant, reasonable questions about the inconsistencies of our cosmological model.
But I bet you can't walk and chew gum. Oh, yeah?
Can Timbo hear us?
Sorry, what was that?
We can't
hear a thing.
You can't hear it?
No.
No.
Oh, we'd solved that. That's why I was sharing.
Clearly not.
Yeah, that's why I was sharing. Hang on a sec. Okay, now we're sharing. Yep, good.
Yep, good.
It was really shocking for me at first when I entered into the flat earth debate to find that the most ignorant, arrogant, stupid, mean people who did not have a grasp on science were on the globe earth side.
I'll be in my office under my rug.
Boy, talk about your gloomy gusses.
I'm just asking questions, relevant, reasonable questions about the inconsistencies of our cosmological model.
But I bet you can't walk and chew gum. Oh, yeah? I meant at the same time. What am I, an acrobat?
And what happens? We get a bunch of globe earthers to come in and say, tell me you don't understand science without telling me you don't understand science. Wow, someone was homeschooled.
Would you like a tissue? How about a hug? How about a tissue?
By the way, I don't have a PhD in science, but let me tell you a little bit about my journey with science. In high school, when I graduated with a Regents diploma, I got all 4 of my sequences in math and science.
Oh, look at this. My high school diploma, still sealed. Boy, I must have just stuck it in here and forgot all about it. Now, Kelly, I want you to look at this. Because one day you'll have a beautiful diploma just like this that reads, Report for Summer School.
Then I was a biology major in college, and I got bored. And then I was a physics major in college, and I got bored.
So I have a huge IQ. I took an IQ test, and let me just assure you, it came back positive, very positive.
Because most of the math and science they're teaching you in college is absolute garbage, right?
Hey, this one looks cool. Spend a week doing intensive math and science.
I'm sorry, that one must have accidentally gotten in with the rest of them.
What are you saying, that I'm too stupid for it?
Chris, we're over here.
What are you saying, that I'm too stupid for it?
I got a more interesting degree along the lines of performance art, radio, theater, video production, communication, public speaking, etc., etc. And then I continued my study of science on my own.
Oh, speaks. And how many books have you read in your entire life? The same number as Champion the Wonder Horse, 0.
I've read books.
Listen, we're not talking about books where the main character is a dog called Ben.
The flat earthers simply ask really good questions that everyone else is afraid to ask. They're open-minded and they're polite in debate.
What? I live in a faraway land, and I was transported here by a giant magical rainbow.
I think I might have just scientifically proven the firmament and potentially the flat earth.
Look familiar. You ever been to the circus? Oh, when I was a kid. Did you like it? Well, you know, it's fun.
Did you know that oxygen freezes at about negative 350 degrees Fahrenheit? Did you know that when it freezes, it turns a sky blue color? And did you know that outer space is negative 450 degrees Fahrenheit?
It's a living nightmare.
Then the very upper levels of our atmosphere that come in contact with space would be frozen oxygen. And right below that layer of frozen oxygen would be the waters above, liquid oxygen.
Does that answer your question?
No. And why would it stay up there? Because whenever it got warm, it would just become a gas and float back up. There's your firmament, folks.
Will you know.
What, laugh?
No.
Point and laugh?
Yes, but I think we could see some problems with his proposal.
Yeah, he's done oh dear.
Okay, stop sharing. How you going, Alan? You all ready to go?
I'm all ready to go. Yes. Am I? Now I just need to remember how. Now I just need to remember how to turn how to turn the sharing on. Ah, there we go. Big green button at the bottom, isn't it?
Yep. It says share. Yeah.
Share. So I'm hoping you can all see the book we are about to review.
Yes, we can.
Yep.
And I'm sure everybody's going to really laugh at the first page.
This is a ball.
Not quite an egg.
No.
This is an egg.
I think this is where the Flurs fall down, though, because they're going to.
But gravity's not a force.
Yeah.
But it is Newtonian physics, so.
This is Newtonian physics.
Yes, in Newtonian physics, it is a force.
We can't see gravity.
What? So you can't get me a bucket of gravity?
And the force pulls the ball down.
What? It's not relative density disequilibrium. I can't believe this fucking said it.
This ball is on the ground. It still feels the force of gravity.
We haven't got
The net force on the ball. Sorry, Farmers.
I was just going to say we haven't got too complicated yet, but now you're getting complicated. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah, the net force on the ball is 0. It doesn't change its motion. I think I must have missed a page here. It's.
Looks like it.
Oh, bugger.
Just hold it up. Maybe we can. What's it say?
It says.
We can work out the.
But it also feels the force of the ground. And then on the next page, the force of the ground equals the force of the gravity.
Fair.
He's saying the ground's a force now.
Consider the lily.
Yeah. And then this actually, I missed the one I missed was between there and there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You're going too fast for Dora. You have to slow down a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So now, hopefully I didn't screw up too badly. Oh, well. I think I completely. What's the word I'm looking for here, Paul?
Banjaxed.
I think I completely banjaxed. Yeah, I think this is a foobar. Where is the?
I think it might be. It's a bit.
Oh, I'm waiting for when the ball has mass.
That force on the ball is 0. It does not change its motion. Oh. Nah. Alan really screwed this up, didn't he?
Okay. Well, why don't you unshare
all right.
and then just hold the book up to the screen? That'll work.
Alright. Stop share. Alright, where were we? So somebody else will have to read it out for you.
But it also feels the force of the ground. The force of the ground equals the force of gravity.
Yeah, because obviously when I'm looking at it on the screen in front of me, it's all mirrored.
The net force on the ball is 0. It does not change its motion. This is a ball. This ball has a net force. It does not change its motion. It
you put a word in there. You put a word in there that's not there.
It
Read
does
that again.
change. It does change its motion. It accelerates. This ball has mass.
Where did it get its mass from?
Put it down the shop.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, this ball has more mass. This ball has less mass.
Oh, are you sure no one's not just little?
They could have the same
one's
mass.
not far away.
Yeah, sure one's not a little bit more dense than the other.
More mass, more force. Less mass, less force.
And at this point, you've totally lost the flows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The force of the ground always equals the force of gravity. This is Sir Isaac Newton. No, it's not. He wrote 3 laws of motion.
He was a bit of an egghead, wasn't he?
He didn't look anything like that. When this apple falls from the tree, It does not float away, unless there's a strong breeze. This apple feels the force of gravity.
Bloody strong breeze.
Yeah.
Sir Isaac Newton feels the force of the apple. He broke his yoke. Okay. How you know now you know Newtonian physics. 1. Newton's first law of motion. If an object has zero net force, it does not change its motion. 2. Newton's second law of motion. The net force is equal to the mass times acceleration. 3. Newton's third law of motion. For every force, there is an equal force in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And then we have the back of the book.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, I mean it's for very young children.
And flirts.
And flirts.
I could almost read it.
Oh, thank you for that. That was I was going to say educational, but then
What do you think,
still
Paul?
confused. They still have flirts going on, right? No, it's
the
not that.
flirts would
It's
be asking a million questions there, you know. As soon as you got to the bit where it said this ball has mass, they're going to ask you to define what mass is. What's mass?
Yep.
Where did you get its mass from?
But what do you think of it? What do you think of it as a book for kids, though, Paul?
Oh yeah, I mean it's good for rote learning, right? So it's good for them to be able to quote something or remember something. That's about it. They won't understand what's going on, but they'll be able to tell it back to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm not sure if I agreed with some of the statements, because it sort of gave the impression, probably the wording, maybe a little bit incorrect. But anyway, I suppose it's sort of or not incorrect, but could be misconstrued.
Well, it's what you expect from something that's half a dozen pages of simple statements. That's about all you can really convey in that limited format. So, yeah, for what it is, it's quite okay.
I mean, I get the feeling the whole idea is to get young kids used to the idea of learning about science.
Yeah, just to explore the world around them, and and maybe just simply understand that there's a reason for things happening. Yeah.
Very good, Dale. Well done.
Yeah, well, we can we can try a couple of the other books. So I also have the general relativity and the quantum physics books as well for us to have a look at.
Yeah, I look forward to those, Ellen. But I mean, if you showed a book like that to your Mongol or Flatzoid or any of those sort of type of flat earthers, they wouldn't understand a thing about what's going on, and they'd want to argue about the simplest of statements in there too.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, since it's getting 11:15, would you like to do your hard quiz?
Yeah, sure. Shall get it up.
Here we go. Now it goes to shit. Where's Clive? Oh, Clive's still there. That's good.
You got a few of the hard hitters out there. You should be right.
Hard quiz. Sorry, screen 4. That's the one. And share. There's a special one in there for you. In the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh yes, I've seen clips of him before doing all sorts of weirdness. Yeah. Bless. God damn, I got one. Don't they jiggle?
All right, let's get this quiz on its way. Since I find the maths again, where's it gone?
Yeah.
I'll just use the space bar. All right. Among the languages spoken by this character are Polish and a trade language called Bocce.
It's not C3PO, is it?
Oh, farmers, you are on the money. It is C3PO. But I'll give you the rest of the clues anyway. This character assisted Senator Churchy to broker a truce with Thyssen under the Pandoran Tales conflict.
I would have got it then.
Yeah, this character forced Omri to locate a hostage on a planet where local fauna tore off their arm. After quarrelling in the Junlan wastes, this character separated from one partner before having their arms shot by Tusken raiders. That should have given it away. Yeah. Mismatched plating was added to this character's leg during the 19 years they served Bail Organa on the Alderman cruiser Tantive 4. This character was built from spare parts in Mos Espa on the outer rim planet of Tatooine by a young Anakin Skywalker, where they first met R2-D2. Named his protocol droid, played by Anthony Daniels in Star Wars. As farmers said on the first clue, it was C3PO.
And
Sorry, but when I hear the phrase "we're doomed," I always hear it in a Scottish accent.
We're doomed. Yep. And so many people have said, "Hang on, how long has he had a silver leg?" Right from the
whole
very
film.
Yep. Okay. Question 2. A 2018 paper by Esposito et al. Suggests that this quantity could be transported by sound waves when nonlinear terms are considered.
Bucket of gravity.
Not a bucket of gravity, no.
R2-D2.
No. The PMNS matrix relates eigenstates of this quantity to flavor eigenstates.
It's an eigenstate.
Wigner classified IRPs of the Poincare group by spin and this value squared. Cations, no, not cations. The coefficient of phi squared in a field theory is termed this value squared. In a lattice, the effective type of this property is a tensor proportional to the second derivative of energy with respect to wave vector. In natural units, this property squared is equal to E squared minus P squared. We do have a correct answer out there. Oh, that's some thunderstorm going on.
Word salad.
Yeah, that's...
Muons are similar to electrons, but with a value of this quantity that is 207 times higher. Yeah, they've got it right out there now. It is mass. Turing test 2 got it first. Well done. According to the equivalence principle, the gravitational and the inertial types of this property must be equal. Name this property SI unit is the kilogram. It is indeed mass. Alrighty, question 3. For solving this type of problem, Tadeusz Banakiewicz, that's a hard one to say, introduced an operation similar to the cross product called the Krakowian. Release the Krakowian.
Yeah.
The Rausch-Capelli theorem characterizes the results of this problem. A parameter omega is chosen to improve convergence when solving this problem via successive over-relaxation, of which a special case is the Gauss-Seidel model or method. Got them stumped so far. This problem's solutions are given as a ratio of determinants by Cramer's rule. One technique for solving this problem terminates once one object attains reduced row echelon form, following a series of elementary row operations. Calculating tax returns. No. We have to give this one to Clive Wells, who has got the correct answer. When this problem's solution is unique, it is given by X equals A inverse B, where A is a suitable matrix. Gaussian elimination solves which problem in which multiple simple equations must be satisfied at once? It is, as Clive said, solving simultaneous equations.
Well
done, Clive. Question 4. Prior to him becoming the British Communist Party's main spy master, a single-issue party dedicated to this policy was founded by Bob Stewart. What policy? Satirical slogans like the 3 Bs were used by ragtag groups of opponents to this policy called skeleton armies. Driving on the wrong side of the road. No. A 1913 Act allowed for local areas in Scotland to vote individually on this policy, leading to its enaction in Lerwick till the Second World War. Compulsory asparagus for breakfast? No.
The thought.
Winston Churchill lost his seat in Dundee in 1922 to a single-issue party dedicated to this policy, led by Edwin Scrimgeour. Big brass bands.
UK history, I can't remember.
British advocates of this policy, including the Order of Rechabites, drew inspiration from the Maine Law. They got it now. Clive's got it. Yes. Advocates of this policy used the slogan, "John Barleycorn must die," were often associated with the Salvation Army or the Methodists, and frequently unfunded water fountains. Name this policy propounded by societies of total abstainers. It was prohibition.
Yes, if I remember rightly, back in the late 80s, the only bar that was allowed to open in the Shetland Islands on a Sunday was the Naffy bar at the RAF station.
Hmm.
There you go.
Question 5. Earman and Gilmore analysed how most early theoretical derivations of this phenomena were fudged, including a conservation of energy argument for it, which is given more accurately in a textbook by Wolfgang Rindler. What did they fudge? In 1925, Walter S. Adams wrongly claimed to have identified this phenomena in Sirius B. Wow, that is some good thunderstorm going on there.
Yeah.
It's not that close, actually, Paul.
Ah. Oh, Turing test was just beaten by Timbo Turtle with the correct answer of redshift. That is correct. Yeah. This phenomena is quantified by a factor of 1 minus the Schwarzschild radius over object radius, all raised to the minus a half. This phenomenon was observed in an experiment that used a variant of Mossbauer spectroscopy in a container, involving a loudspeaker cone containing an iron 57 sample placed at the top of a building. Anyone know what experiment that was? It is the Pound-Repka experiment, which verified its gravitational type of redshift. Yeah. Name this phenomenon in which a moving light source gives rise to an increase in observed wavelength. It is indeed redshift. Yeah. Question 6. The rate of this process is governed by the nonlinear Temkin-Paichev equation. A complete energy scheme for this process was found using Auger spectroscopy from Gerhard Ertl. Ab initio calculations of this reaction show that d orbitals from the catalyst interact with antibonding nuclear orbitals on one of the starting materials, crucially speeding up the dissociative rate determining step. Container analysis. This process uses iron oxide containing promoters as catalysts and has higher yield at high pressure and is typically carried out at around 500 degrees Celsius, so high temperature as well, in a compromise between reaction rate and low yield at high temperature. With chemical equation N2 plus 3H2 yields 2NH3, name this main industrial process for the production of ammonia, sometimes co-named with Bosch. Turing test has got it. It is indeed the Haber-Bosch process, or the Haber process, yeah. Very famous. Well worth reading into the history of that. There's a book called The Alchemy of Air, which I recommend anyone read. Yeah. Question 7. This computer component operates using the MSI or MESI protocol in multi-core systems to maintain coherence across cores. What is this computer component? Not a CPU, no. Choosing between right through, right back, or right around. which are write policies for this component?
Memory controller?
Not a memory controller. This component can either be direct mapped or set associative. Ah, the peanuts have got it out there. They're onto it straight away. First with Nerd Pedantic Alert, and then with Dora. No, not with Dora, with Turing Test 2. A cache is the correct. Yeah. Not a cache-on, just a cache. IBM pioneered the first multi-level version of this component, splitting L1 into instruction and data types. L1, L2, and L3 types of this component try to exploit special locality to increase access times. HTTP defines freshness and validation methods for controlling the web version of this component. Name this component which provides fast on-chip memory for recently accessed data, web versions of which may store commonly visited pages. It is a cache. Yeah. Question 8. A form of this process carried out in cryogenic environments is the most efficient large-scale method of removing nitrogen from methane. It's not related to SQL, but the efficiency of this process can be improved by using a pig adapter when collecting its products. Oh, they're too good out there. Nerd Pedantic Alert, Turing Test 2, and Dora all come up with the correct answer of distillation. Yes. Equipment used for this process typically includes a rectifying section and a stripping section, which are subject to separate calculations when analysing this process using the McCabe-Thiele method. It's not drying solvents, but a Perkin triangle can be used to conduct this process in a vacuum. This process, simple form, fails for mixtures which deviate from Raoult's law as they form azeotropes. Crude oil can be generated using the fractional form of Watt process, in which selective boiling and condensation separates the components of a liquid mixture. It is distillation. You're finding it too easy today. All right. One from physics. The Cornell potential can be used to model these systems. That potential is the sum of a coulombic and a linear term. What systems? A modified theory has a gamma 5 factor at a 3-particle vertex featuring one of these particles and 2 other particles. The pseudoscalar form of these particles are generally lighter than the corresponding vector particles due to having lower intrinsic angular momentum. Not quarks, no. These particles can be understood as the n times n bar representation of flavour, SU bracket n, which explains why they form octets. The lightest of these particles were originally theorized as the characters of the Yukawa potential and do in fact carry the residual strong force. When these particles carry strangeness, they are denoted by K, while the lightest is the pion. Not gluons, no. Name these bound states of a quark and an antiquark. Name a type of hadron contrasted with baryons. Not hadrons. No. They're a type of hadron. What kind? Specifically containing a quark and an antiquark. That's the one. Well done, Clive. It's a meson. Yeah. And your last question, which should be an easy one. The evidence of the absence of one mammal from this region suggests that its people were isolated for 300 generations from their closest neighbours. Not Australia. It's not Hawaii, but during Cook's third expedition, the Polynesian Mai scared off this region's inhabitants by firing a musket.
Oh God, where did he go?
Not New Zealand, not Mars. One folk song about this region goes, the harmless hare and pheasant you have at your command, not thinking of your last career upon this island. Replace this island with the name, the original name of the place, not Tahiti. No. One individual on this island carried out a pacifist-friendly mission that resulted in much of its population being forced into exile. Stoke-on-Trent, no. That man, George Augustus Robinson, investigated the Cape Grim massacre of 1828 on this island, part of a period known as its Black War. Not Cuba. Not Grimsby Island, no. Not Gilligan's Island either. Used as a penal colony and known as Van Diemen's Land until 1856, named this island separated from Australia by the Bass Strait.
Tasmania.
Tasmania, you got it. Yeah. It's Tasmania, yes. That's the flag. And
or Antarctica, when you're stopped by the Australian Navy on your way to the south.
Yeah, apparently. And that was your supposedly hard quiz for the day.
Well, most of it was.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Well done,
much.
Paul. Thanks for that.
Oh dear.
Well, it's probably time to call it a night, since audio problems and other issues are going on.
Yeah, must be getting on
20
it.
to 12 here anyway, so I guys like to say good night, Peanuts. Thanks, Peanuts, for coming. Appreciate it much. Sorry for all the troubles.
Right. I tell you how dark it's got here because of this storm. I've had to turn the exposure up on the camera to maximum.
The clouds are getting dark again, but
It's not a storm at Farmer's Place.
oh, we had a storm. It was sunny. Then we had a thunderstorm. Then it was sunny again. Now it's not. It could rain again. Who knows? 4 seasons in one day and all that, you know. Oh, Dora, check your Discord DMs.
Okay, good night, Peanuts.
Yeah.
Thank
Night,
you, Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Good night, Peanuts.